Now we move on to Dr. Rahmvan Seetharaman. He is the CEO of the Doha Bank Group. Not a familiar name perhaps to you in South Africa, but it's going to be. Doha Bank of Qatar is opening a branch in South Africa. Good evening, Doctor. Tell us why you're doing this.
It's going to be a representative office. It's an important opportunity. Africa and Gulf, they should come together. They can promote bilateral trade, investments, banking and finance. As you know, the Gulf states, 45% of the world oil, 20-25% of the world gas, they still run in, taking oil at 60. They run in current account and fiscal surplus. And our intention behind is to operate as a professional intermediary, bringing the bilateral investment, trade, and banking, of course, is an integral part of the overall framework.
Let's look at the base from which you're working off. I mean, there's obviously bilateral trade already between the Gulf and the continent. Give us a sense of the figures. What does that look like? And how much bigger do you think this market is likely to be?
As on date, it's $12 billion. Predominantly, $9 billion is export from the Gulf, oil, gas, and petrochemicals. Import is $3 billion. And that's not the actual figure we can extrapolate. What you have is exponential opportunity. As I mentioned, Gulf states are running in huge sovereigns. And it's an opportunity to bring the sovereign funds to African market. South Africa needs, for example, infrastructure investments. Agriculture is a major opportunity for food security for the Gulf, so they can invest here. Tourism is another opportunity. Banking itself is by putting our representative office, we are going to work on building corporate syndications, banking syndications, and promote the banking and finance as well. So in terms of trade, it could be $50 billion in the next 5 years' time.
So you're talking about a lot of things happening here. You're opening an office. How big is your vision for how big your operation here will be?
Well, we are switching on to build our brand equity, explore the markets, do our feasibilities, work with partners like FirstRand Bank or Standard Bank, Nedbank. And then South Africa is going to be the gateway for us. From here, we're going to build a partnership with the rest of the African states as well. That's intention. We're the first, imagine, it's a surprise to me as well, we're the first Gulf bank to be here.
It does seem to have taken a long time, doesn't it?
That's right, yes, it is. But it is a very important continent and a logical fit in my pursuit of profession, and we're going to explore further.
What does your priority list look like? Certainly, you putting your stake in South Africa, using that as a launching pad into the rest of the continent. But what are the other markets that you quickly want to penetrate following South Africa? Well,
Nigeria is an option, definitely. This is a huge market as such. We should explore. Ghana is another one. So these are the names in the cards. But to start with, build this corporate syndications, taking the corporates from here in the explosion of activities taking place in the Gulf. In aggregate terms, they do between 5 to 6% GDP. Airport, seaport, road, urban development is huge. Qatar is going to host 2022. Expo is Dubai 2020. So we want to take, build this partnership for corporates, SMEs again. It's a huge opportunity for SMEs to do business in the Gulf. South African SMEs can come there. Those are things which we want to build. And the banking side, we can extend additional credit lines. We can take joint risk participations. Standard Bank has got an office in the Gulf. And again, FirstRand Bank also has got their operations. We want to take a collaborative model to further promote the bilateral banking.
We're pretty proud of our banking sector. It's rated among the best in the world in terms of regulation,
absolutely,
in terms of the registrar of banks done very well and so on. How easy has it been to set up business here?
It is very easy. Last September, I was here in the same studio, and I said, in less than a year's time, we'll be here. We are here. And our intention is not to limit ourselves. We want to scale it up as a full-scale operations with diversified business model. I'm sure. I met the regulator today. They have been very supportive. They're interested in the overall macroeconomic growth, and they want to build a global partnership. And Gulf is a logical fit, as I said, and they want to see the opportunity.
A quick date. When do we expect you to open your doors here in South Africa? Can you give us a definitive date?
We have already switched on. Tomorrow is our inauguration, as such.
Yeah.
And
you want to open an account?
Never know. Could be one of those medium-sized enterprises going to the Gulf. Thank you so much for your time. And positive news coming there, and that's of course from Dr. Seetharaman, and he's saying that it's been fairly easy to do business and set up shop here in South Africa. We don't hear that every day. But